Hey, I'm Marcus with Green Oasis. Today I'm going to give you some information on the Rhapis Palm. Rhapis palms are generally a slow-growing species, therefore they are quite expensive to purchase. More expensive kind being the Hawaiian-grown Rhapis palm compared to the Florida-grown variety. And the difference being you will find that a Hawaiian-grown Rhapis palm are generally planted in lava rock compared to the Florida-grown Rhapis palm, which you will find is planted in general soil. There are also 10 other varieties of the genus Rhapis. Today I'm going to go over a few different things in the care of the Rhapis palm. Pruning techniques, grooming techniques, watering techniques, and problems associated with the Rhapis palm. Beginning with pruning techniques of the Rhapis palm, first of all you want a decent sharp pair of pruning shears. So I'm just going to show you how to prune the dead stalks of a Rhapis palm. Now, Rhapis palm is actually a monocot species, which means the dead stems will not re-sprout. As you can see, this stem is pretty short. So what we need to do is cut this stem right at the base, as low to the soil as you can go. And kind of get your shears right in there, get a firm hold of the stem, and it might take a bit of work. You can see there's no sign of that stem now. The stump of the stem is actually hidden by the soil. New rhizome will shoot out from the base of the Rhapis palm to provide you with nice thick foliage in your plant. Now we're going to go on to grooming techniques of the Rhapis palm. Now this leaf has some brown tips, so if you can get away without using your scissors and create a natural finish to your leaf, actually get hold of the leaf and actually tear the end of the leaf like so, quite easily. Sometimes leaves of Rhapis palm can feel quite leathery and hard to cut with your hand, so in that situation you will need to use these crinkle cut scissors. So same technique again, grab hold of the leaf as far to the end of the leaf as you can and simple cuts across. If a Rhapis leaf is dead and it's ungroomable, you need to take the entire leaf and the stalk all the way back to the main stem without leaving these ugly brown stalks sticking out. So just showing you an example that this guy has been left against the stem. So what we want to do is take hold of this and actually cut it very close to the main stem of the plant, like so. You can actually see there's a few on this plant, so I'm going to go through and just tidy up these dead stalks. That really tidies up your Rhapis palm. Rhapis palms are prone to accumulating a lot of dust, so you want to get yourself a feather duster ideally, just to make light work of dust in your Rhapis palm. Just taking your leaves and gentle dust over, like so. Alternatively, if you don't have a duster, paper towels work just as effectively, so you can get your leaf and just wipe it down. This is personal preference, but you can use some leaf shine to give your foliage a bit more of a shiny look. Don't get too close to the leaf, but just kind of a light spray like so. It's fantastic as well for getting rid of water stains. When first installing a Rhapis palm, you are going to have to water this guy a lot. Looking probably the first year, you want to give your palm at least half a bucket on each visit. And this is dependable, of course, on the environment it's located. If it's in a bright window, for instance, you may even have to up that watering amount. And it will settle in quite nicely, and you can start to reduce the amount of water you give it through the course of the year. Always make sure you have your soil probe just to check moisture levels before applying any water to the palm. And so you push in your soil probe, give it a good twist, like so, and pull it out. And this one's pretty moist actually, so this won't need any water for some time. Pinch the soil, and you can actually squeeze the soil just to see the moisture content. And as you can see, it's sticking to my finger, so that's pretty moist and pretty good. If there are any bugs or pests on your Rhapis palm, the best prevention of that and actually passing these pests onto other plants is actually spraying your tools and your implements with a small amount of rubbing alcohol, like so, and you're all ready for your next plant. Right now I'm just going to talk about some of the problems associated with Rhapis palms. Now, in high light environments, a Rhapis palm is prone to spider mite, so just kind of keep an eye on that. Spider mites are hard to see, so you just have to look out for webbing in between stems and in between the leaf fronds. And if you are starting to get a spider mite problem, then you really have to try and minimize that by doing a deep clean on your plant. Now, spray your leaves down with some water or some cleaning fluids associated with cleaning plants, like so. Then you really want to just kind of rub down your leaves as best as you can. Really get in there and get into the plant and wipe it down. Once you've cleaned down your leaves, just give it another last spray before you leave the plant. This also works for mealybugs and other pests. Rhapis palms can be associated with scale, and the best technique to remove scale from your plant is actually applying a systemic insecticide. And that is done through mixing with your watering and applying to the roots. Always look at the guidelines and instructions when using an insecticide. If the scale is a persistent problem and is untreatable, then you will have to remove your Rhapis palm from site to prevent infection of other plants nearby. And just to summarize, we've talked a bit about some of the facts associated with the Rhapis palm. We've discussed pruning techniques of the Rhapis palm, grooming techniques, watering techniques, and some of the problems associated with the Rhapis palm. My name is Marcus with Green Oasis, and thank you for watching.